Divine Justice, written by David Baldacci, read by Mclarty. To the memory of my father. The Chesapeake Bay is America's largest estuary. Nearly 200 miles long, its watershed covers an area of 65,000 utopian square miles, with more than 150 rivers and streams barreling into it. It's also the home of myriad bird and aquatic life, and a beloved haven for legions of recreational boaters. The bay is indeed a creation of remarkable beauty, except when you happen to be swimming in the middle of it during a thunderstorm, in the veiled darkness of an early morning. Oliver Stone cracked the surface of the water and gulped in the thick, salty air, a thirsty man in the center of a trillion-ton ocean. The long dive had caused him to go farther down than was particularly healthy. Yet when you throw yourself off a 30-foot cliff into an angry ocean, you should be thankful just to have a heartbeat. As he treaded water, he looked around to gauge his bearings. Nothing he saw was too appealing right now. With each streak of lightning sparking to earth, he eyed the 3-story-high cliff he'd been standing on. He'd been in the bay less than a minute, yet the chill was already drizzling into his bones despite the full-body wetsuit he wore underneath his clothes. He stripped off his waterlogged pants, shirt, and shoes, and then kicked off swimming east. He didn't have much time to get this done. 20 minutes later, he cut toward shore, all 4 limbs cement. He used to be able to swim all day, but he wasn't 20 anymore. Hell, he wasn't even 50 anymore. Now he just wanted land. He was tired of impersonating a fish. He pointed himself at a cleft in the rock and shot toward it. He slogged free of the breakers and high-stepped to firm ground. He jogged toward a large boulder and snagged the cloth bag he'd previously hidden. Tugging off his wetsuit, he toweled dry and changed into fresh clothes and a pair of tennis shoes. The sodden articles were pushed into the bag, tied to a rock, and hurled into the storm-swept bay, where they'd join his decades-old sniper rifle in long-range scope. He was officially retired from the killing profession. He hoped he would live to enjoy the experience. Right now, it was barely even money on that score. Stone carefully picked his way up the rocky path to a dirt trail. 10 minutes later, he reached a fringe of woods where shallow-rooted pines leaned away from the punishing sea wind. A 20-minute jog after that carried him to the batch of ramshackle buildings, most closer to falling down than not. The cloud-encrusted light was just beginning to topple the darkness as he slid through the window of the smallest hut. It was no more than a lean-to, really, though it did have such luxuries as a door and a floor. He checked his watch. He had 10 minutes at most. Already dog-tired, he once more pulled off his clothes, then slipped into the tiny shower with rusted piping that only delivered a thin stream of lukewarm water, like a fountain on its last dying spurt. Still, he scrubbed hard, wiping away the stink and briny clutch of the angry bay, wiping away evidence, actually. He was on auto now, his mind too numb to lead the way. That would change. The head games were about to start. He could already envision the boots coming for him. Stone was listening for the knock on the door. It came as he was dressing. "Hey, man, you ready?" called the voice. It shot through the thin plywood door like a cat's paw into a mouse hole. In answer, Stone smacked one hand hard against the ragged plank floor as he slipped on his shoes, shrugged into a frayed coat, tugged a John Deere cap low over his head, and put on his thick glasses. He ran a hand over the bristly gray beard he'd grown over the past 6 months, then opened the door and nodded at the short, squat man facing him. The fellow had a beer keg frame and a lazy right eye, along with teeth yellowed by too many Winstons and double-pop Maxwell House coffees. This was clearly not cafe latte.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?